All right, by a show of hands, how many people normally get 7 hours of sleep a night? I think I can see like 3 people. All right, so that's a huge problem because a lack of sleep is defined by having 6 hours or less of sleep a night. And I think that's for most college students, we probably about average around that. So this can have serious consequences, such as problems with concentration, memory, and the immune system. We should all be informed by this because we are college students, and it's a very big impact on us. We have to do studying, research, wake up early for class, and give a speech in the morning. So it's a big deal. So we should all be, I really got interested in this topic because I actually listened to Matthew Walker, a podcast by him, and it was on Joe Rogan, and he really got me like enticed by this. So I did a lot more research about it, and I was like, we should know more about this. Sleep is for the weak. That's a common theme that we always hear, but it's actually not. It's actually beneficial to sleep more. If you don't sleep enough, you actually are worse as a person by just ability-wise. Not by saying by your choices, but your actions and just your result of that. The importance of getting quality sleep is essential to improve brain function and overall health. First, we'll talk about the reason of getting 7+ hours of sleep. Secondly, I'd like to talk about the importance of quality of sleep you are getting, and finally, the health effects of not getting the sleep that you're trying to attain. First topic I would like to talk about is the study of getting 7 hours of sleep. In a study done by Seema Rani Sarif, she says, long sleepers scored higher than short sleepers on adaptability, general ability, mental health, and self-control. So that is a huge thing for college students. She's done a study on professional college students who dedicated fully to college credits. So like say they had 16 credits or more, that's what the study was on, and they showed the way lack of less of sleep is by having less than 7 hours is the extreme result of that. So these benefits can improve an individual mood of getting positive sleep, and also for athletes as well. So everybody has heard the term practice makes perfect, right? Well, it should be actually practice with a good night's sleep makes perfect. Because, for example, say if an athlete gets 6 hours of sleep and has worked out, say for like 2 months and has an event the next day, and say they're kind of nervous about the event and they don't want to, they don't sleep for 6 hours or more. This happens and your physical exhaustion point goes down by 30%. So you get 30% tired no matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you trained, just by getting that lack of sleep before the contest, you actually get exhausted quicker, which I thought was insane. So this is why it's so important to get that 7 hours or plus of sleep. Secondly, I would discuss the importance of getting quality of sleep. So there is 2 different stages of sleep. One is REM sleep, which is dreaming, and the other is non-REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. Okay, so in REM sleep, a lot of bodily replenishment takes place. According to author Tiffany O'Callaghan, REM sleep is crucial for incorporating things we have learned into our existing knowledge, for regulating our emotions and our brain development. So many of the ways we cannot get this REM sleep that we're trying to obtain is by, one, drinking alcohol, smoking marijuana is another one. These 2 things do help you put you to sleep, but it's less to achieve than getting that REM sleep though. So it's kind of different. It's kind of different things. So even sleeping pills as well. So it does put you to sleep, but it's not your natural body function of actually going to sleep. You don't get that melatonin, which is pretty interesting as well. So now that I talked about the quality of sleep, I'd like to talk about the health effects of not getting enough sleep. So as I said, slow reaction times are a big deal, but it also could always lead up to Alzheimer's. There's even been a link to a lack of sleep to a shorter lifespan, which is kind of insane because, when I sleep when I'm dead is another common thing people say. But you're pushing yourself closer to death by not sleeping as much. So very interesting. So obviously too, how many people have been sleeping when they're driving? That's a big issue, right? I feel like a lot of people have tried that. So according to the National Highway Statistics Patrol, 100,000 police reported accidents are due to a direct result of driver fatigue each year. Think about that for a second. Because everybody starts nodding off on the wheel. This results in 1,550 deaths and 71,000 injuries a year. This is not even the tip of the iceberg because they can't contribute everything to a lack of sleep. So when you wake up early in the morning, sometimes there's people that have been up on a 12-hour shift and been driving with you on the freeway. And it's just, you don't realize it, but it's all around you. And just the danger of a lack of sleep can really affect your daily life. So now that I talked about the positive effects of getting 7 hours of sleep, the importance of getting quality of sleep, and now the health effects of getting sleep, I want to give you the conclusion. Getting sleep is beneficial for your individual mood, and also it helps you thrive as an individual and become a better person. So, if I put you in any way in this topic, in this conversation, I hope I informed you, I didn't put you to sleep, and like Harold Smith, I hope you dream on and continue dreaming. Thank you.